You feel me?
Get out of here.
All right, good deal. You done turned into my son, man. This is what my son usually do, man. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Just first thing we got to get is we got to get temporary power, right? And this is the YouTube, Clay. All right. So temporary power, you can just mark. I'll probably mark somewhere right here, just for you. You know, just mark somewhere right there where you're gonna where you want him to put his pole, because he need to tie. They're gonna have to tie into this transformer right here, and that's gonna give these guys power. I want to have power on this thing by next week. So I want you to try to have power on it next week. All right. All right. Come on. Let me grab these guys. Rest. Something else you're gonna do. This spray right here, guys. If you're a builder, this spray is almost like mandatory. I will always have me some spray. When you talk to the block masons, we're gonna need access somewhere right here. He may need to take out a row of blocks. Maybe, you know, just I think like a 3 foot by 18 inches. So you got 8 inches, 3 foot by 16 inches, probably over here. So he may have to take out, you see you got that hole right there? He may need to take out those guys right there, man, and get us where we can have access to this portion of the house, okay? Same thing over here. So I would have it on the, just make sure you're gonna have to get an access. So whatever you think is good, I think access probably somewhere in the middle somewhere. But you're gonna have an access, or you can have them put an access right here. You see? You can have them, they can pop out some of these blocks here, they can bust out some of these blocks here and give you access. Now, here's what's gonna have to happen, man. We're gonna have to get all new flooring joists. We're gonna do 2x10s. But we're not gonna throw these right here 2x12s away. We're gonna be able to use these 2x12s. These 2x12s are gonna be our girders. You remember I knew somebody called John Castleberry. I'm gonna call him back. Is it still recording? You remember I told you about the girders, right? So we're gonna run those girders, and they probably gonna have to jack this house up a little bit, man, but we're gonna have to run those girders. Look at that, it's already given. Yes, it's already, you can see the deflection, but we're gonna run those girders right here, right up under here. They should be thick enough. We're gonna have to run 4 of them, okay? And each one of those girders, you got 4 girders that's gonna span, each one of them gonna span about 7 feet apiece. So that's in the code book. Oh, man. Let me get this right here. I'm gonna call him back. I knew. We talked about. Yeah. What's the first thing we? What? Correct. And then what else you gonna have to do?
Open and have access to up under the house.
Good deal. And where else?
And what else?
Yeah.
Getting these girders.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna reuse these right here. We use these 2x12s. We're gonna reuse probably every last one of them to do the girders. The girders are gonna be, they're gonna be 4 girders nailed together. So that's gonna make a little strength there, okay? And those girders are gonna span about 7 feet. So all we want is 7 feet. So that should mean that you probably gonna have, I don't have my tape measure with me. I lost one of my tape measures, but we're gonna go from here to here, 7 feet. Another 7 feet, you got another one. And then the next 7 feet, you ought to be probably about right here on this right here, okay? And them girders need to go. You see that band right over there, that band joist on the house, the other part of the house. That's where the girders need to go. They need to go. They need to go right up under there and hold that whole portion up. Does that make sense? And then so they're gonna be dropped down. So that means your pier footing. They're gonna have to dig. We're gonna let the masons do that, okay? So they're gonna dig a pier here, just 7 feet. So you make sure. I would go ahead if I was you. I would go ahead and spray you before they get out here, which they probably gonna be here tomorrow, man. I would go ahead and spray where you want your piers at, your pier footings. So they're gonna be 2 feet by 1 feet deep. Okay, 2 feet, 1 feet deep, and then they're gonna lay them blocks. Matt can go get us some blocks and bring them over here tomorrow. Okay, and so we need, like I said, pier footings, and they got to get up there, and we're gonna probably need 1, 2, 3 right here. All right. It looks like, man, all this stuff gonna have to get taken down, man. I'm thinking we're gonna have to take all this down, because we're gonna reuse all these boards right here as our girders. We're gonna band them together and use them as our girders. Okay. So all that OSB, we can reuse that when they snatch that OSB off. We're not gonna reuse the house wrap, but we're gonna reuse that OSB. We can use it. We can use it up on the when we get on the roof part. So we can use it up, not on the roof itself, but on the there's gonna be another little portion to kind of slope down. That little portion above the studs. And let me see. So this right here, you can get this right here, Clay. This right here got to be corrected. All this got to be corrected. It looks like what's going to end up happening is the frame is going to have to jack the house up. They're going to have to, that's how it work, ain't it, man? Either somebody going to call, you're going to have just something going to happen, just going to mess up my video. You see it's deflecting right there already. You see how that weight from this right here is pushing it down. You can already see it. So you take that and compile. How long you think this house been sitting here just like this?
I think about 4 or 5 months.
And it's already coming down. You see what I'm saying? So you compile, you compact that with let's say 2 years.
And more weight on it.
And more weight on it. Now you got more of a problem. See, that's why that's important right there. So they're gonna have to fix that. You can already see. So you got mortar starting to give right here. We'll let the Isaac. You got Isaac number? I'm gonna send it to you again. Isaac is gonna be the guy you deal with on this right here, and let's let him dig somewhere around here. We'll let them dig somewhere around here and see whether or not you got footing. Okay. Can you think of anything else? That's just get started. We got to get that foundation stuff started first. So maybe they might have to end up knocking out a couple of these boards to get those. When you measure out and find out where you're gonna be at, just spray paint it and keep your can of spray paint on you too. Good news is OSB done came down. It's like $15 a board, so that's a good thing. Home Depot, Lowe's carry windows. That's another good thing. So we need temporary power. Get those footings in. We gotta go pull permits. We gotta get a porta pod out here. Can you think of anything else?
For right now.
All right, and just keep me in the loop. All right.
Okay.
All right, hit it.